Hi, ninth quarter, and welcome to NURS 205, the interviewing seminar course. My name is Liz Stevenson, and I will be one of your instructors for this quarter. The other instructor is Carolyn Town, and you'll be seeing her recorded lectures for modules 1 and 4. We worked together to create this course a little over a year ago now, and it's had great success ever since. We're always evolving and changing the course as we see fit, so that's why this quarter is set up a little bit differently than before. This quarter will be held 100% online with asynchronous recorded lectures for you to view. We chose to switch to this format from feedback from previous quarters, and we also just know how heavy this quarter can be for everyone, so we hope that this change will make this class low stress and very easy for everybody. So these are our class objectives. Our class objectives is basically what we're getting out of this course. We are going to demonstrate professional preparedness by modifying and adapting existing resume and cover letters. We will develop and demonstrate ability to use the STAR method for adequately answering interview questions. We will identify tools and resources related to successful interviewing techniques. We will discuss strategies to decrease and manage interview anxiety. We will demonstrate competence in panel interviews using different modalities. We will demonstrate competence and professional standards while interviewing. We will identify strategies used to negotiate and accept all job offers. And we will participate in simulated interviews and use feedback to improve the skills. So Nursing 205 interviewing seminar expectations. Viewing of the recorded lecture is mandatory and you will be graded on participation points. So what this means is that basically you will have a module opening date, and that is the day that it will become open on Canvas. There will also be a module closing date, and by that closing date, you need to have viewed the recorded lecture for that module. After that last date, then we go in and we start to deduct points. Module 1 discussion board, resume, and worksheets are due by the specified due date on your calendar. There will be a 1-point deduction that will occur for each day it is late past that due date. Interviewing days are mandatory to pass this course, which means that if you are unable to attend the interviewing day, an incomplete will be given and you will need to retake the course next quarter. This class is meant to be easy and fun, guys. It is not meant to add stress to an already busy quarter. So I just want to make sure you guys are all aware of this. The worksheets that are due will be described during the recorded lecture. There are also instructions given on Canvas. We only request the worksheets as an assignment because it gives us an evaluative tool for the pass or no pass portion of this course. We want you to use these worksheets as you're preparing for your first nursing interview, so please ensure to download them and use them each time you apply for a new position. These worksheets become available when Module 3 opens up. We want to help you with resumes as well, so submitting them after editing with necessary changes per the Module 1 lecture, we can help make small adjustments to ensure that your resume will stand out from the group of applicants. Resume grading is split between myself and Carolyn, so there is a little earlier of a due date for those. So here are important dates. All of these dates are listed in the calendar that is uploaded onto Canvas, but there's also this screen as well, which you will have access to. So the resume discussion board is due October 13th at 23:59. So we're asking you to just make a quick comment about what you learned from the video, and there's no need to respond to other classmates. You may do so if you would like, but there's not a requirement to do that. Your resumes are due October 20th because this gives Carolyn and I enough time to grade them before your simulated interview. The worksheets, there's 3 of them. It is About Me, STAR Method, and Story Toolbox. All of those will be due November 10th at 23:59. These can be completed earlier. You do have about 3 weeks from the time Module 3 opens until this November 10th due date, so please ensure to get them done sooner rather than later if you can. The module closing dates, like I mentioned earlier, is when the Panapto viewing of your recorded lecture is going to be due by, or points will be lost. So Module 1 is due by October 8th, Module 2, October 22nd, Module 3, October 29th, and Module 4, November 12th. The closing dates are kind of a hard set closing date. If something does happen and you have family emergencies or anything, please just reach out to us individually. Drop-in Q's and A's. So a drop-in session is going to be a live session via Zoom with either myself or with Carolyn for questions, comments, or concerns. We chose 2 days that fit into the calendar with your other classes and hopefully work with a work schedule. We chose a morning session, so Monday, November 6th is from 9 to 11 a.m. with Carolyn, and then we chose an evening session on Monday, November 9th from 7 to 9 p.m. with me. We hope that all of your questions can be answered during these times. These drop-in dates, though, are not required. You only need to come to these if you have questions or concerns or wanted to meet me and Carolyn via Zoom. If you have individual questions or cannot make either of these dates because they don't work with your schedule, just send us an email and we can set up a meeting instead. So the interviewing days. The interviewing days is going to actually just be on November 17th via Zoom. We chose just a Zoom session option because of how busy your scheduling is for this quarter, and we didn't want to have you guys take off days of work for this. So we worked with Megan to make sure that this date was a good date that could fit into the calendar well for school as well. So November 17th is our date. You only need to attend a 30-minute chosen session on this day. There will be a sign-up genius released on Wednesday, November 1st at 6 p.m. The sign-up sheet is a first come, first serve. So if you can only come at the 8:30 a.m. time, then you need to make sure to get on there at 6 p.m. on November 1st to choose that time. If switches of the times do need to be made, they must be facilitated between students and then email sent to myself for a confirmation of the switch. It's very similar to like when you're switching a shift at work. You need to talk to that other nurse or CNA or whoever it is that you want to switch with, and then you just make that switch with them and confirm it with your manager. Same situation here. We have done this in the past and it's actually always worked out really well. But if you do have any questions or concerns regarding this interview date, please reach out to me. These interviews will be held with various hospitals within the Seattle area. There is a list of them here that are our most common ones. We do try to pull in as many hospitals and units as we can. We're constantly seeking out manager interest though, so if you do know anyone who is a nurse manager and would like to be involved, we're always open to networking with them. These interviews are a simulation of a real interview, so this means that our managers know that this is just practice for everyone. They're eager to get to know you and get their hands on your resume. We do have a great reputation here at Shoreline, and managers are eager to get involved to bring in new nurses. So at the end of the interview, you will receive feedback from the managers in verbal and written form. You're also able to use this time as a networking chance for yourself and get contact information of the managers or recruiters who are involved. I also sent out a selection form for your top choice of facilities and units, so look out for that later on in the quarter. I do try to match you in front of your desired specialty as much as I'm able to. It really always just depends on the manager's schedule and whether I'm able to make that happen. So please be flexible. Just because you didn't sit in front of the ER manager, you sat in front of an ICU manager, doesn't mean you can't get the contact information for that ER manager. You can always ask and tell the ICU manager, hey, I'm really interested in ER. Can I also have their contact information as well? Managers are really eager to get to know you guys. They really want to bring you in. So, and they know that a lot of you have desired units or specialties that you want to go to. So use this as your opportunity to network. And just because you don't sit in front of that actual manager from that unit doesn't mean you can't reach out to them later. If there's are any questions or concerns, please comment below in the announcement comments. A lot of the time students have the same question over and over, so it could just be information for the whole class instead. If you do have an individual concern or need to reach me directly, please feel free to email me. My email is estevenson@shoreline.edu. I will be your main point of contact for the first part of this quarter. Carolyn is out of town, so please direct any comments towards me. This is going to be a great quarter, guys. It's going to be a very easy class, we promise, as you just want to get you in front of managers and to learn how to interview. So don't stress. This is going to be great. Reach out to us with any questions or concerns, and we'll see you later. Thanks.